He's mentioned somebody's name. I don't know if you was up and don't put me on a...
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just going to read that bit anyway.
Oh, go on then, I'll let you do it.
You sure?
Good evening, ladies and gents. Can you hear me at the back? Yeah, can everybody hear me? Yeah. First of all, then, thanks for attending tonight. This meeting. There's a couple of items on the agenda. Before we start, could I ask everybody to put the phones on silent or switch them off, please?
Oh no, I think it's pretty much easy.
So, I'll move on to your town council meeting tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You are hereby summoned to attend the town council meeting in the main hall at Hemsworth Town Council, Bullenshaw Road, Hemsworth, commencing at 7:15 on Monday the 28th of February 2022 for the purpose of transacting the following business. Item number 1, apologies for absence, Alan.
All present, Mr. Chairman.
All present. Item number 2, declarations of interest. Council should disclose pecuniary and non-pecuniary interest in any item on this agenda. Have we got any other? No. Item number 3, public question time. Now, once again, we'll take questions from the public. Just this lady behind you, Lyn, first, please.
Oh, right. In the Wakefield Express, dated the 10th of February, that I understand was a free publicity, that you didn't actually ask them to you didn't pay for this advert. I take it was you that they interviewed. It states, as a gesture of goodwill, over the date switch, those who have already bought a ticket will be entitled to a meal and a drink voucher on the day of the rescheduled gig. I've gone through all the agendas and minutes, and I can't see where that was actually discussed or...
I think that dates back to early 2020 when that was mentioned. It's an old...
No, this was actually published.
Well, I've not seen that.
On the 10th of February this year.
Well, have you seen that? Yeah. Have you seen that?
Yes, Express.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying I've not seen that.
So you didn't say it then, Jimmy?
No, well,
You
I said it
offered
at
the
the first...
email.
Just a minute. Well, I said it at the first interview, which was 2019 when it first started. It might be part of that.
Right. So, again, as I've just said, I can't see it in any minutes where that was actually discussed. So, who proposed it, and also what is the cost implication?
Well, we'll have to stand with that.
That was when the ticketing, it was related to the old tickets, because we've got two sets of sold tickets. There's the tickets we sold from the office, going back 2 or 3 years now, and there's tickets sold by Ticketmaster more recently. That relates just to the old set tickets, to encourage people, to be frank, not to ask for refunds to the people that had bought tickets before the pandemic, as an effort to try and stop everyone, not stop them, encourage them to understandably not ask for refunds because of the pandemic. It was agreed that they would have say free meal, it would have been, I think, a burger and chips, something like that.
But there's a cost implication, so that's what I'm asking you. What is that cost implication?
The cost implication would be 200 tickets times burger and chips, so it wouldn't be, but that was the rationale behind to get people not to ask for refunds. Whenever then the pandemic would have ended. So it's not all tickets, it would have been just those that bought them prior to the pandemic.
But what's that cost implication? A burger and chips doesn't actually say anything to me. A burger and chips can either be a £5 or it can be £20.
I think what was mentioned going back, whether we're going to look at concessions regarding providing food, that would have been part of, the job on day that they would have provided so many basket meals or whatever. I think that was mentioned.
So is it a non-alcoholic drink or is it an alcoholic drink?
It's a non-alcoholic drink.
Don't say that.
Because it doesn't say that.
Yeah, but I'm saying you were just suggesting a goodwill, so I suppose if these catering units came in and they had burgers or coffee or whatever, a child, they had pop, we would have asked them to provide that as part of the deal to come that day.
How many tickets were bought in 2019? 10?
I don't know how many tickets were bought in 2019 then.
Just over 300 before lockdown.
So we've got 300 people.
Just a minute, John. I'll check people at the time. I'm answering this lady first, please. There were just over 300 at that time, and then we came into pandemic and lockdown, and everything went up in football matches were cancelled, there were no mass gatherings, whatever. And it's only, I think, on 4th of February this year where things have got back to normality. We've had green light from government where football matches can be attended, and festivals and concerts like this can progress to go on. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why tickets have been slow going out.
It is just so that everybody sat round that table when you're making your votes, you need to know that any costs that you've been told, you need to take into account that there's another cost that you're probably not aware of.
But as I've said, it wouldn't have been a cost as that. It wasn't conditions that if we've got 3 or 4 outlets selling burgers and chips or whatever, they would provide so many. I think at that particular time, a lot of people, because it was cancelled, they did get the refunds back, and then we had to start again. So you weren't talking mega things on that. So if I come to you, then Lynn.
I would like the council to consider 2 things when they're thinking this evening about what decision they're going to make. Okay. I would like the council to consider two things, please, this evening when they're considering whether to cancel this concert or not. The first one, I would like to read out a comment from a resident who actually asked for this to be read out, but unfortunately wasn't given that option. They say, there was not a proper consultation at all. You shouldn't decide to spend tens of thousands of our precept money without asking us all if we want it. Councillor Donna Moran managed to do a survey before she was a councillor. It shouldn't have been up to her and should have been done by the council. If Donna can do that and WMDC can do the regeneration survey, there is no excuse for our elected representatives not to. I'd like you to consider that from a resident. And then I would like to tell you that over the last 2 weeks, there has been a petition running online, which when I looked earlier this afternoon had garnered 278 signatures from local residents. And over the last 4 days, local residents have been walking around with paper petitions. In 4 days, they have 147 signatures from people who would like this concert cancelling. That's a total of 425 residents in 2 weeks have voiced their opposition to this concert going ahead. That's over a third more than the tickets I was told that we'd sold at the last meeting, which I believe was around about the 300 mark. And it's also more people than voted for any single councillor sat at this table since 2019, considerably more than voted for any one councillor. I would like you all to consider that very, very carefully when you make your decision this evening. Thank you.
Can I just come on to that, Lyn, please? Online, when you say online, there's 1.4 million plus people that go online using some names. So unless you've got the names and address to your online survey,
To vote on that, you have to verify your email address and where you live.
all I'm saying is that is all I'm clarifying.
Yep.
Tell him that is an official petition site.
Yeah. If I could clarify, please, since you've asked for clarification, the petition was set up on change.org, which most people who go online regularly will be well aware is an extremely reputable petition site. You have to have a verified email address and you have to provide your postcode. So I can sit down and I can go through every single one of those 278 signatures if you really want me to. But you could consider the other 147 who in the last 4 days have signed in person.
Yeah, it was just a point that I had to put forward, if that's the case. Yes, you.
I shared that petition to over 80 of my friends, and all 80 signed
Can I
it.
just ask what's that called?
I don't know it was.
Change.org.
Change.org, that was it. And 80 of my friends signed that to stop this. Now, I've got a question for you. How can you warrant the amount of money that you're spending on this when there's people in this area that's going hungry? Why don't you put that towards the food banks, and why don't you put on individual little things in different areas?
I get your point.
On this concert, what's this £11,000 to pay?
Whose
Bang
money?
the boys.
Our money?
Yeah, £11,000.
Can I just a minute?
Yes, I've got it up on my phone. £11,000, and then you're paying for the flights over. Why are you paying for the flights over?
Can I just take a step back to August 2019? Right, when all this was presented to councillors and put together, there were 12 councillors that voted for this and they thought it was a good idea on a projection for costs and income. And the income at that particular time, the interest that were generated at that time, far outweighed the cost that were going to be. Just let me finish.
Point of
Just-
order.
just-
Point of order.
No, no,
Point of order. Point of order.
And so that were in 2019,
No.
I'll come to you, I'll come to you,
Alan.
Donna. So that were in 2019.
Alan.
Then in October,
Point of
2020,
order.
I'll come to you, Donna, in 2020, it was.
Unbelievable.
And council decided to
Why
run
do
with
they
it
bother?
on the costings and the income.
That's
uh,
How can you
proves,
warrant
that's
it though? I've
proves.
not finished yet. How can you warrant it? And then paying for lighting and paying for limousines. The Venga Boys are already over here. The day after they do the concert at their place, they're in Manchester doing Fit for a Queen.
and
Are they paying them that much?
it
No.
would be shared.
No.
It
And
would
if
be
you go to
shared.
Big
It would
Fellows,
be
if
shared.
you go to Big Fellas, it's £10 to see them. What you're doing is lying in their pockets. You're lying in their
I
pockets.
think you'll find at Big Fellas, they did a gig in day, a festival, and then they did big fellas at 11, 12 o'clock on a night.
They still only had to pay £10.
It's only £10 for the full
So
day
I
and
take your
night.
point, so I'll come to
The
you
point of
again.
order is to move
Apologies.
progress, because we're talking about now, we're talking about the situation that the whole country's in 2020, not what happened in 2019. We're talking about now, so I was asking you to move progress, Jim, and let's
Yeah.
focus on what these people want to talk about this that's going ahead as we speak.
Right.
Exactly, why
So-
didn't you just put a little tea party on the lakeside? You could go a Queen's
So
tea
what I'll
party.
do, I take
Cut the costs.
Councillor Moran's point, and I'll move on to item number one. Sorry, to the item, so.
We haven't finished that now.
Is that okay? We'll move on to Venga Boys, so it goes to the councillors, yeah? So item, sorry,
Just a
please.
public question, Sam. I just wondered if we could be writing to Local Council again this year to see if they'll release that mitigation grant from 2012-2013, because this community here have paid over £1.1 million extra now.
What we're on here about then, the boys.
Yeah.
Talking about Venga Boys.
No, it's public question.
It's public question time, so it's just putting a point in there.
But we was told that we were going to talk about them boys.
It's public question time.
We were told.
You said about Venga Boys though, not about.
Yes, I said I will go on to Venga Boys if you want me to, which, Councillor Moran said move
I
progress.
asked you to move progress from your rehearsed speech about 2019. I'm sure we can take some more questions. But
Oh, yeah.
what the council suggested, I don't think is a public question, as you're not there. You're not the public. I'm really
Yeah, we'll
confused.
do that after. Let public finish. No, let public finish.
I'm not gagging you.
Hey, don't tell me.
Excuse me.
This gentleman here.
Right, my question is-
Yeah.
How much are you paying for these Venga Boys altogether? Come on.
The Venga Boys,
Yeah.
it's all in a package. with-
Yeah, how
with
much
the
are you
festival.
paying? That's the question.
I think it is €8,000, Alan.
No, never mind euros. Hello, you're in sterling, not euros.
Anyway, it's not. It isn't that. 15,000.
It's in regions of about 11,000.
Hey, whoa, hey, what?
Yeah, the town clerk just stated it's more in the regions of 11,000 like that.
11,000, right. How many tickets? How many tickets have you sold?
£79,000.
Yeah, the 300 comes £32 a ticket, 9,600. So he's short there. So where's our, where are we going to make our other up?
This 3 month, excuse me, that young lady at the back that's just said 79,000, we've had the figures out, the councillors here.
8,220 it says. It's on your paperwork.
And it's here, it's 64.
It's 79 on your paperwork.
It says
And then that can come
8,220.
down.
It's 79 on Facebook.
So, come on, get back to the...
We wanted to.
When's it gone down to 64?
Jim, the question was to you and... Excuse me a minute, just give me 2 minutes, darling. The question was to you and the rest of you, how much is it costing for these Venga Boys? Now you said euros. Don't deal in euros. Listen, do not deal in euros. You're in sterling, not euros.
When the Venga Boys were booked, it came back in euros. All right, Alan.
No, it shouldn't
And
have.
so
You're defeating the object.
No,
When you book a company or whatever it is.
So I've just answered your question.
No,
By the time
you defeated the
calculate-
question.
No, when you calculate it out, it's £11,000 and then there's add-ons, yeah?
The actual booking was just over €10,000, which in sterling gets about 11,000 or something like that.
Right, so you're in England, so don't be booking the, and they're in England, so don't be booking them in euros, you're dealing sterling, not
No,
euros.
excuse me, they're from Holland.
Yeah,
from
but,
Holland.
you book them through the agent, which is in this country, which you deal in sterling, not euros. So, come on.
And I've told you that I've started conversing.
And the amount of tickets that you've sold is 300, which comes to £9,600.
It's slightly more now from Friday's calculation. There's been some more sold.
Some more sold, how many? That's 304.
10 or 11. Just a minute.
10 or 11.
That's just coming out at 5p. Hey!
Can I just say this? Look, if Manchester United are playing Leeds United, right?
Right, excuse me.
Can we come to order, please? Can we come to order? Just let me say this.
Just let me answer this question. Do not bring Manchester United, Leeds United, do not calculate that into this, what I've asked you. Football is a different game.
No, can I just answer you then, your question, right?
Right, answer the question instead of going round in
For the
circles.
last over 18 months, we've been in lockdown. We've had COVID. We've not
Yeah,
been able to-
there again, she just put a point of order in there about the lockdown. So get off that. Get off that. Do not conduct, no listen, just listen to me a minute. Do not, hang on.
And if you don't advertise, you mark on your sell tickets.
Hello? Do not, listen.
So, I'm gonna move progress.
No, you move progress. You have to answer the question. You defeat the object every time you come to a question. You always throw the pandemic into it. The pandemic is gone. Do not bring the back into the future.
We weren't given green light until the 4th of February.
Yeah, but you're bringing past into the future.
No, that's why we've only had 2 weeks or 3 weeks to sell tickets. I'll take your Just 1 minute.
We're talking about the petition of 240 people. I'm a full taxpayer.
Just a minute, I'll check this cost of cash.
Yeah, I'll get it too.
Go on.
Don't start singing.
Oh, no, I will sing, because if I sing, I'll tell you what I think here.
Just hold it away, Alan.
Right, I'm a full taxpayer. Right, always have been. And I'm one what's for this. Because it's kind of said the excellent thing. And I'm one of them 33,000 people what lives in this. Not under 240, there's 33,000 as live here in these communities. And out of that, what's here tonight? That tells you, as far as I'm concerned, what it's about. And what it's about is a council what's not took everything away from us. Youth clubs, like Labour did. Said,
He must drink it.
I'm not with him. I'm not listening to your lot. I'll tell you that. You're the only party what's not put your rates up since you come in. Under Labour, every year they put it up and took everything away from us. That's a fact. That's a fact.
What have they took away then?
Chalky, you never got
What
mine.
have they took away?
Go on.
Go on the next
I don't need it. What they took away? They took your youth clubs away. This party's put your youth clubs back on. They took your youth clubs away. They shut your libraries down. They shut your old folk centres down. That's what they've done in this area. Thank you.
And now you can, what?
He's got it wrong, because they did not shut the old club.
He's talking now.
No, they did not shut the old club.
It had to shut due to my
It's
ill health.
appropriate that he gets Mike and
Right.
George to come.
Yeah, I'm sorry, no, you're talking, everybody else is talking.
Through and through. Well,
This
he
man's
says
not
it.
listening.
I know, never
Hey.
does.
Fact.
He
Don't
never
tell
does
me no,
listen.
mister.
I hope when he resigns, that they do an audit on his account, because I'll tell you what.
Don't do an
We have
audit.
order, please, come on,
Can we have
please.
one meeting?
Before we get shut down.
Can't go with my family, that's full stop.
Family.
Yes, family, mister. Family, that's what you don't know about. Don't you call my family. Don't call my family.
That's what we mean, it's all
That's
aggression with
it.
your family.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. No full aggression.
If we don't give order, I will have to close the meeting. I'm sorry.
That's what's happening. John, please.
Can you just tell me why you gave him the mic? The rest of the people had time. Because you know what when you speak.
That gentleman said that they could hear me. And Lynn spoke up when he could hear me.
Yeah, and you can get mine.
And if somebody else has a question from back, they can have mine.
I think just we get back to our agenda and read.
Can we just keep order or it's going to shut
It's
the
public
meeting?
question
And then we'll
time.
go to Creek.
Right,
Right,
it's
so,
good now, move progress.
have we all, yes, please.
Right, you've just stated it cost you how much for Venga Boys?
£11,000 it's on sheet here.
You've stated here on your costing, it's costing you £11,000 for Venga Boys. It's costing, let me just put my glasses on. It's costing you 1,500 for the flight.
That flight
It's
is in.
costing you 1,500 for the limousine, and it's costing you 1,000 pounds for the hotel. That's £15,000, so you just lied in front of
Wait a
her.
minute, love, just a minute, love. You're not even listening to her.
Yeah, I'm listening to
You know, you were talking.
So,
comment.
what
Don't
you
be so
said,
ignorant.
you've just lied to us.
No, I haven't.
So this is wrong then, what you've put out your
No,
costing.
just a minute. Yeah, I spoke to the agent this morning because he sent an email to some of the councillors.
Hey,
What's
give
happened?
me five so I can give to her.
Yeah, just.
We can't hear.
Sorry, Pete, I do apologise.
Can't hear because they've been talking.
Yeah, look.
Thank you.
Start again.
Like I said, you stated a price to all the public in here just now, and it's going to cost you 15,000, not the price what you stated. So, either this is wrong, or you're wrong.
On that quote that's on, it's £11,000 and then these add-ons. It's what you call, when you book an act like Venga Boys, you get what you call a rider, and that comes with it. And what the town clerk did, he broke everything down that comes with it. But when I clarified with the agent this morning, the flights are already in with that, and it's a percentage because when they come into the country, they're doing another gig the day after. Like I think somebody mentioned, if you look on the website. And so
why is it, yeah, why is it on here?
So flights will be shared.
But you should have altered this then before you put it out.
Because obviously Alan believed that the flights, we had to pay for flights at that particular time when costing to come in.
And then this lady has brought up a thing about your Wakefield Express and your free meals and your free drinks. And you've stated, you've given a reason, but I think you need to take another advert out in Wakefield Council and state that it's not the 305 tickets what you've sold that are going to get these things, because that's what they're expecting, and it's only the few what you've got left.
I think if you listen to what town clerk said, it was the tickets that were sold from the office.
But it doesn't state that in the Wakefield Express. It states the tickets that you've sold will get a drink and a meal.
I didn't put that in.
Well, you need to get in touch with them and clarify it.
Well, let's have a look at it.
You need to.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that.
Anybody else want to go?
Yes, Julie.
Probably don't need it, my mouth's big enough. I've just got one thing to say. We are the community, all of us.
Yeah.
Whether you're Labour or whether you are independent, we are the community. We put you people there to serve us, the community. At the minute, we don't feel that you are. Where was public consultation? Who picked the Venga Boys to waste how many tens of thousands? When they're having to set extra food banks up extra charities to help out people, hard-working people, that are your councillors' community. And this community deserves better than a Venga Boys concert costing thousands of pounds.
I understand where you're coming from, Julie, but the points that were made in August 2019, and then it were reiterated in October 2020, that the ticket sales, if we sell X amount of tickets, I think it was 2,000, it's break even. If we sell 4,000, you're in front. And that covered everything.
Jimmy, could I just ask one question? You know when you're on about putting 1,000 cars on Sandygate football field, if you put 1,000 cars, what's implication of returfing that football course?
John,
Because you put 1,000 cars on it.
We're not putting 1,000 cars
How
on
many are you putting on
Sandygate.
it?
We're not putting any cars on Sandygate
Well,
football.
where are they going to go then? Because Gordon's got planning permission in Port Farmers for 56 houses, so where's it going to go?
Well, that's news to me, but I will answer.
You don't order.
Can we order, please? If you want to ask a question, raise your hand and I'll come to you. I'll answer your question, John. We're not putting any cars on Sandygate. That was your question, I've answered it.
So where is the 4,000, if you sell 4,000 tickets, where is the cars?
Well, I find it unbelievable as an hypothetical question when you say we're not going to sell any tickets. What
I'm
are you worried about
asking
cars
you, don't
for?
sell it.
We've already got steps in place to park over 1,000 cars, maybe 2,000
And where's
cars.
that? In Water Park.
We're just waiting for confirmation that this
So
will
you
go
haven't
ahead.
got it? You haven't got it?
We have basically got it, yes.
So where is it?
Springvale Rise will be parking.
No, where is the parking? You see, you've nearly got it, but you're not going to tell us where it is.
Well, there's Cemetery Road for one.
Sandygate football field, that's where
Just
it
a minute,
is.
there's 3 football fields on Cemetery Road. In June it'll be dry, so we can park there. We've also
I've just asked you
we've
that.
also been given permission to park on another area of land, which will take 400 cars. And then there's another area on Industrial Estate, 9 Kingsley, where we can get about 700 to 800 cars, maybe more. But it's just got to be confirmed. We're not, security's all in with costings. But
Security's all in with costings, how do you make that out?
just 1 minute, because if you look securities on that, the costing for it, but we need to get the resolution over tonight to see how we're going to progress before we take any more time out to clarify all the things.
To be quite honest, it's young progress.
Just 1 minute, John, I've answered your question. Yes, young man.
Bonfire night down at Water Park. Springvale Rise will gridlock with traffic. They block my drive off everybody's drive. And that was for bonfire now. What we're going to do when the Venga Boys come?
Well,
We're going to get multi-story car park.
So,
Can you just ask another question? This is the final one.
They've got
You
to
bet
get
what
in.
you do, you bet you're cancelling the Venga Boys, get the full Monty in for 500 quid.
well, I'll answer your question.
That's going there.
One of the things, what I think Paul Stevens mentioned to me, and he mentioned to me probably a year ago, he says, what will happen on Springvale Rise, Jim, if Venga Boys come? The next step with that would be to temporarily have a road closed for that day, so that it's residents only on that street. Did I not say that, Paul? I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
What about emergency vehicles?
No, but now bonfire night, it's a one-off, it's for 3 or 4 hours. If they block your drive, I apologise for that. But, it's something that's been going on for years, hasn't it, bonfire night? It's one of the biggest things that council's done, even previous years. Yes, young lady at that.
Can I just confirm
There's
that
one
we
here.
will not be using any of the farmers' fields for parking if it goes ahead?
No.
Because they will still have crops in,
No,
because that was initially said they were going to do it.
No.
Can't park them on
I-
Farmer's Field.
when this first came up in August 2019, I asked Graham Moxon, who owns that field, if it would be possible to park near Park on that perimeter away from Woodlands. And he said no, because what had got planted that year, it didn't come out while after that time, so it was a no-goer.
There's one here.
Yes, young lady there.
Right, so you've just said what Paul said about, obviously, with residents only, parking on Springvale Rise, if it goes ahead. Are you going to pay out for extra security and extra people to monitor that our houses don't get blocked in?
There'd be somebody on duty at that particular point.
So that's
We have
more
said
money
that.
then?
Well, there's budgeted for that. The budgeted for that.
There's more money to make sure that our houses, just like it does on Bonfire Night, which it doesn't bother me. Bonfire Night is once a year, I like enjoying watching them.
Yeah.
School days, I get blocked in, doesn't bother me. But when it comes to this, yeah, we can't get out. But who's going to monitor somebody putting parking tickets on their cars when they're blocking our driving?
They won't get parking tickets if there's a sign up at road closed by the council done properly. There'll be security on and it'll be for residents only to enter.
Yeah, all right, we'll see.
And that can be done.
We'll see. We'll see.
Jim, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, we've got elderly people. You
Yeah.
know that.
I'll take two more questions then.
She's here. She keeps putting it up on it.
You've done this for the community, yeah?
Sorry?
You've done it for the community.
Well, that's what it obviously that's what it is for
Okay, Jim,
community.
Are you going to break even on this?
So we've got there's 3 months to go.
No, but Jim,
How
many you sold it last month? Just listen to what I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
If you've done it for the community, then you would hope you were actually going to make a profit to put back into the community. But you're not going to break even. So actually, the community is running at a loss.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
No, but I understand.
The other thing is, I'll shut up because once you start, I won't get worded. Right. The other thing is, right, did you ever put out any information on a community-wide basis asking what people actually wanted to be done? Or was it your little pipe dream?
No, it was a democratic. I'll answer this. It was a democratic decision, a corporate decision by council at that time. And and it went on the website, and it went to, just 1 minute, it went to 3 meetings, it went to 3 leisure and recreation meetings. There were people like you are now that thought it was a good thing.
What about the publicity and let people know? We've had all this with LP21 and Local Plan 2036. Where information wasn't given out. We've had Alan admitting he don't read his emails.
Listen, I think it's fantastic now that members of the public are getting more involved with what's going on. And when this was brought up, nobody was there. And okay, I take your view. The majority of you is you don't want it, then I am listening to you. But at the end of the day, it's not my decision. It weren't my decision before. It's down to council. It's a council decision. I'll take yours, Maxine.
This about, Cemetery Road.
Talk through like Maxine.
Yeah. Can I ask, have you managed to get it changed from recreation to be able to have this parking?
It'll be an application which Alan would do to Wakefield Council because
you've got 3 months.
Because we own the land, it won't be a problem. All of the licenses are all in
got to
place.
get it changed back.
It's going to be in June. We start to get in July, end of July on football page.
And then we've got to get it changed back. You've got to have a license. We've got the licenses in place.
It won't be a long job, that. And it's hypothetical. In one breath you say we're not going to sell tickets, then in another breath you say we're going to get 3,000 cars. You need to make your mind up.
It's not a question of wanting to. It's not a question of saying there's going to be 3,000
I'm going to move progress then.
No, hang on.
Hang on, you can't move until you get
About
the
Cemetery Lane, how's it going to get in and out?
Like to get in and out now.
Very carefully. There's all them bungalows there. If you've got all those cars coming, where are they going to go?
It's got
They're
3
not going
months
to park.
to get it changed and get a license for this car park.
The people that live down there are not going to
And
be
then
able
it's
to
got
park
to get
outside
changed
their
back
own
to a football
yards.
field.
Yeah, because we'll park on field.
And that
Oh,
won't
the
be a
people that
football
live
field.
down there that park on field. Yeah, but they've still got to get up there.
Jim, I've one final question for you.
Do you know?
I'm going to move
I've
progress.
one final question for you.
I'm going to move progress.
Let him ask that.
It's down to the council.
No, let him ask that.
The question is,
Item number 5 on the
Jim,
agenda.
just
No,
listen.
I'm not taking any more questions.
no, just listen what I'm going to ask you.
I'm going on to
Right then, we're going to park all cars on them football fields, How much is it going to cost to redo the football field?
Next in office.
David, next in office. Where are you coming from?
It just depends if it's driving factory short.
If it's inclement weather, then obviously.
No, the question is, how much are you going to pay to redo them football
How
field?
many times have you parked on grass?
I've never parked on grass.
Just a minute.
So that's a football field.
Every summer, we have 500 or 600 cars parked on overspill car park on grass. It
And
is
which
exactly the
grass?
same as that.
Which grass?
We have it where this, the Venga boys are supposed to go. Overspill car park, and you've been on council 20 odd years, you wouldn't know what it is.
Overspill car park, where? Yeah,
Yeah,
there's an overspill car park in Park.
I'm gonna move progress.
Good progress, God.
Yeah, item 4, recorded votes as per minute number 262, 2021-22, to consider which items on the agenda should be recorded on a vote.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
Item number 5, Hemsworth Summer Festival, in accordance with the resolution made by the council on 14th of October 2021, minute number 258A, to determine whether or not to continue with the festival based upon the number of tickets sold. So,
258 on here.
I think there's 300 or something. I'd just like, if you go, all here,
Are you going to put some seating in then, or you sit off banks? Where are they going to go, or you just down people?
Going to sit off floor.
Nothing thought through.
To be forward, it's bloody water, man.
It has been thought through, that's why we got licence for that.
Well, you've got to get police involved
And all
to do this.
plans,
It's anything.
if you read it, everything's on.
You've got to get police
Can
involved.
I just, police have been costed for and security's been costed for. Can I just read this? This is a letter from the agent, Apple agency, who
Let's not
put
forget.
this together.
Can you confirm the date on the letter, please, Chair?
Yeah, 28th of February.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And what he says, good morning guys, or good morning councillors. So this evening the council will be voting to let the Venga Voice concert go ahead or to cancel it. Can you turn the mic up, Maxine, please?
Yeah, for now.
Look at front of where it lights is, Maxine.
I do understand that things have been left late, but a lot of this is simply due to lockdown. The most important advertising media to promote anything like this is radio, and it's not too late to get the radio advertising put into gear. As with any show, festival, concert, unless people know it's happening, they won't sell tickets. People still don't know about the festival, so you could have Elton John or Ed Sheeran on, and you still wouldn't sell tickets.
Typical agent.
Just let me finish.
Big difference between Ed Sheeran and
I feel it's a great shame that there is a chance that the festival could be cancelled. There is no further financial gain for the Apple Entertainment Agency, whether the event is cancelled or not. It will be such a shame to let such an opportunity and profitable event go down the drain after much effort and work has been put into it. So I would like to ask the Town Council if they would consider allowing the Apple Entertainment Agency to take over and organise the event and promote the event and continue where the council were up to at the moment. This would mean that all future investment and profits would be handled by Apple Entertainment Agency. Obviously, we would still need to work close with them to the Town Council in regards to the licence, security, health and safety, but it would be at no cost to this council.
So they want to do this for free? They want to do
It
it free?
is-
They want to do it free according to this is free?
What Apple Entertainment's saying, no.
Because this is without any further.
He's going to take it on and sell tickets.
No, it
You've had 5 months to sell tickets and you've only sold 5.
It's not.
It would have voted yes or no, it's a forward or it's
First of all, I would like to express my disappointment for this letter came in as we walked into this meeting today.
Yes.
I've been asking since last Friday for a business plan. On that Friday, Jim, you responded to me and you said it was a, whatever word you're using nowadays, corporate decision to go ahead with this event. And I asked you for the business case at that time. Has this Alan Renwick, has he got a copy of that business case? Because I've been asking for 2 weeks now and I haven't seen it. And I know that business case does not exist. What you've listed, Jim, this is not a business case, it's a list of costs.
Just a minute, Alan's had 2 or 3.
I'm asking you.
Yeah,
I'm asking, this is not, well, why haven't we got it then? Why haven't any of the councillors around this table seen it? You're not answering that question. You're not answering that question.
Because that's Alan's job, not my
Oh,
job.
Alan's in trouble again.
You've asked him for it, has he sent it to you? We have 3 or 4.
Well, let him chair meeting then, because he seems to know more than you.
What you've got here...
Are you telling me this is the business case? Because if we are, we've got bigger problems than we've got.
What you've got here is a costings. What you've got here is a costings.
That is not a business plan, Jim.
That tells you exactly what it's going to cost and exactly how much you're going to make.
Jim, it doesn't say that, Jim. Jim,
what I said to you, if you read your email, it said this formed the business plan.
I can tell you what my email said, 1 second.
This formed the business plan.
So your email said, good evening, Councillor Moran, this was a corporate decision taken in August 2019. I'll skip on a little bit. Am I not loud enough?
No, we just like to hear what you're saying.
We just want to hear what you're saying, Alan.
Your response at that time, last Friday, Jim, a bit later on at night, it says, which formed a business plan. Details of this has already been disclosed to councillors at the time and under freedom of information requests. The contracts are signed, blah, blah, blah. And then you go on with other stuff about it.
Just formed a business plan.
This is not a business plan. Jim, I've worked in a corporate environment for 12 years and I see business plans every day of my life. This is a list of costs. It's a shopping list. We all do it. Where does it tell me how you're getting your money back? Where does it tell me what you're getting from your concessions? Where does it tell me? We've even got questions answered here that are covering up saying, yes, we're going to have to...
Some members of the public have just said you need to sell 2,000 tickets to break even, so if you look after that...
You actually said in a meeting on the 14th of October
Which calculator
that you
are you
had to sell 4,000 tickets to cover your costs. It's recorded. I've actually listened to it today so that I make sure what I'm saying is correct.
I'd like to see that.
You did say it. It's in your email here to me on Friday. It was envisaged at pre-COVID time we could sell over 4,000.
The point is, which calculator are you using?
No, the point
That's
is
the point.
what I've just read out is
Sorry's brain, that's for sure.
the agent entertainment agency is prepared to take this on figures that's presented, profit and loss cost. He'll take the chance.
Yeah.
At no cost to this council.
Hello, they take it, listen, they take it on and they will make money for the Sen, not for this area. Now get your figures right and get your facts right.
Well, what if they're going to make it? Why can't this council make it?
They make the money, but it make money for them, not for this area. That's what it's about, not what you want to do.
It's not going to cost you anything. Look, I'm going to move progress now.
Listen, I'd like to know which calculator you're using. Fair on you.
That's what it's saying. It doesn't
So,
question now, you've just been raising.
No, you want to ask a question?
This Apple agency, just one minute, I'm dealing with councillors now, we've had public question time. All I'm saying to you is, Apple agency are prepared to take this on, they're prepared to take the chance.
So what's it then?
We don't know what they're asking from us. You can't give us this.
What do they want in return?
So to move this on, I think all councillors have all the information that they need. I propose that we cancel this meeting and have a vote now. So a simple show of hands would now just be the vote, and it'd be whichever way the council goes.
Councillors in favour of cancelling, yeah?
Councillors in favour of cancelling.
All in favour of
No, that's
cancelling?
not how it works.
I've had a proposal that this
this festival from Councillor Sean Middleton is cancelled and it's seconded by Councillor Pete Hardacre.
Thank
All
God.
in favour of that?
You cancel. Cancel it.
One, two, three.
Now how much more money we've got to put in due to us not being responsible and taking this, or an agent that have done Venga Boys and bigger than them, bigger than Venga Boys.
We've already had an email off Mr Draper saying that we could get some of the deposit
They
back.
want to take it. So what you're saying is, you're not listening to this. They
No.
well, it's going to cost you more money.
Why is it going to cost you more money?
We don't care. We're going to put more into it then.
Why put more money into it?
That's going to cost nearly 100 grand. We're going to get the deposits back.
Point of order, the chair is making false claims. Alan, can you please reiterate how much we will now lose by cancelling this concert? Because the councillors have made a decision that we're happy with that loss.
There's a couple of things here. First of all, a vote's been taken. The vote has been.
Order, please, go on, point of order. There's a vote going on.
Talk through that, because we can't hear you.
Can you be quiet?
Here you go, one, so you might as well have
Just on a point of procedure, that was 9 votes for the proposal, so obviously that has carried on a point of just simple maths, but the chairman does need to take all those votes against and abstentions because recorded votes were requested. I appreciate you won't total the outcome, but it does need to be for the record. Very briefly, I did submit a report to members a couple of weeks ago outlining what the options would be if it was to progress or to be cancelled. And up to present, the council spent about £20,000 on it. And very roughly, at least half of that will be lost, and the rest of it will be open to negotiation. It depends on whether Axe can get all the works on the day. So I can't give you a hard and fast figure, but I can give you a ballpark figure.
Alan, you just said it cost £20,000. He's saying it's only cost 11. So who's selling pokies?
Point of order, can we just let the vote finish, please?
So the amendment to this vote is to let Apple Entertainment take it.
It's done.
So what I'm saying is, Apple Entertainment put this on the table, so members,
wait through your mic.
Members that would like Apple Entertainment to take this on at no cost.
You
If you want to vote, you take cancel. Yeah, it's on the council. Absolutely.
You will have to
So, I've got to ask councillors then, who's voted against that and who's abstained?
What do you do? Makes a difference, you vote for to cancel it.
No, it's point of order, please be quiet.
I think I have to put up for this council.
So vote against them, please, show hands. All abstained.
All abstained.
So what does that mean for Lyn Morton?
So they're not going to tell you that. Cancelled. They're not going to tell you those things.
Well, you know that, they can know about the body.
Who's voted for it then? Who's voted for it? Nobody, all abstained.
They're all abstained.
So, Item number 6, end of summer festival, to review to consider appointing a working party to review the preparation and planning for the festival to learn potential lessons for future events. So, are we all in favour of a working party?
No, sorry, it's my motion. I think that's the. I think we ought to remove it, to be honest. My idea was that the council would get together and talk about any lessons that could be learned, and I don't think it's worth taking forward. I think it's very clear that if we did that, we'd end up with a group of people that had the same idea in a room together, talking, all agreeing with each other. So let's cancel it. I don't think we're going to get any collaboration on that one.
The first one
Okay, thank you very much for that, ladies and gents.
Listen, whoa.
Involve the community.
I'll now close the meeting. Thank you for attending. Thank you.
What?
You are, they're watching.
No.
Is that it? Finish.
How can you close a meeting with?
Yeah. Don't get the boys on phone.
They already know what council.
Yeah, but, yeah, it should.
There you go, folks, that's it. Hold on,
Yeah.
then the voice is cancelled.
Hey! Come on!
I'll second a few bits if you want.
Don't let me